If you're serious about poker, you're going to have to understand the meaning of pot odds. And chances are you've heard it dozens of times already, but maybe no one's explained it to you clearly enough. It's the ratio of the money already in the pot to the money that's required from you in a call to continue in the hand. We could simplify these phrases, just say pot odds are the ratio of the pot to a call that you have to make. So let's pull some numbers just out of thin air to make the point. Let's say the pot is 400. And action's on you, and you've got to make a call of 100 to stay in the hand. You could say the pot odds are 400 to 100, but usually we simplify that, dividing both sides by 100 and getting 4 to 1. So you would say the pot was offering you 4 to 1, or your pot odds were 4 to 1. Let's use these tables over here on the right side to go through a real hand as another example. Let's say the blinds are 50 and 100, and our opponent bets 300, 3 times the big blind. So the pot's now 450, and action's on us. What are our pot odds? Well, remember it's pot to the call we have to make, so 450 as a ratio to our 300 chip call. Simplify that by dividing both sides by 150, and you get 3 to 2. So the pot is laying us odds of 3 to 2, or my pot odds are 3 to 2. Let's continue with the same hand on this second table. Let's say it's the flop now. We made the call, so the pot is 750. And our opponent now, he leads out with a bet of 750. So he bets pot. Total pot is 1500. Our required call is 750. Divide both by 750 and we get 2 to 1. Our pot odds are 2 to 1. Now, the method of expressing pot odds as a ratio is the classic method. There's an alternative method called the percentage method. And to arrive at that percent, what you do is you divide the call not just by the pot, but the pot plus the call. In other words, the size of the pot after you make that call. So in this first example, it would be 100 divided by 400 plus 100, or 500. So our pot odds would be 1 over 5, or 20%. So you would say you had 20% pot odds. In our hand example pre-flop, it's 300 divided by 750. If we simplify that, it's 2 over 5, or 40%. In the same hand on the flop, it's 750 divided by 750 plus 1500, or 2250, which equates to about 1/3, or 33%. Now, in reality, you're going to have to know both methods of calculating pot odds during your poker career, and there's actually a simple way to transfer between both. Notice that if we simply were to add the numbers on both sides of the classic ratio and put them in the denominator, and then put the number up from the right side, meaning the call required, in the numerator, you get 1/5, or the 20% pot odds in percentage terms. You can do it again in our second example. 2 divided by 2 plus 3, or 5, 40%. Down here, 1 over 1 plus 3, 1/3. And you see how that works. In our next video, we'll describe actually how pot odds will earn you money in poker.
So which form of calculating pot odds do you prefer? The ratio form or the percentage form? Let us know your preference in the comments section.